All right, gang. Welcome to Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream auction watch. That's right, gang. And I guess we could say auction recap as well. Yeah, gang, because we did stuff. We went to an auction this past Saturday, and polka, why not? But anyway, we went to an auction this past Saturday, and it did not turn out anything how it was anticipated to turn out, which is okay. And hang on, I gotta plug something in. But it was still a good day. Still got sunburn, and yeah, gang. I don't know. Prices were just going bonkers. Uh, the that sure is polka. It's okay. Polka is coming back. I don't know where it was to begin with to come back from, but nevertheless, there's polka. Anyway, Saturday's auction. It was the one that had the 1953 Chevy Bel Air. Now, from the photos, it looked okay. It had some questions of rust. However, hi, David Carlisle. However, on closer inspection, it did at some point in its life did have a repaint. However, there was rust under that repaint. And just how severe and whatnot was under, you just don't know. And underneath, yeah, it looked like it needed a little bit of attention. So it did manage to sell for $3,400. However, I do think that may have been a tad high considering how the rust was. But anyway, gang, we did not buy all that much at this past auction. If I was to check my notes here, we were prepared to spend roughly about a little over $1,000, we'll say. And we spent a total of $42 and change. That's right, gang. We didn't. I tell you what, prices were just going nuts. And halfway into it, the auctioneer decided that they were not going to attempt or try to do the entire estate in all one shot. However, they were going to do it in 2 weekends. Well, that just kind of took the wind out of the sails. And also, too, I don't know, it just kind of made our pre-list just a little bit I don't know, kind of we had to kind of guess at a couple of things. We did have some impulse buys if you saw on the channel. Yes, that's right, gang. We bought a spinny Elvis thing. And that was probably the most enjoyable moment at the auction. I have to be quite frank. I tell you what, it was a dry auction. Dealers were there. Prices were going well beyond retail and good for the auction and auctioneers and the estate, but however, bad for the dealers. But we're going to go over a couple of things. Now, if you guys were with us when we did the preview, I think we were doing it Friday or Thursday. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. It's the very last live stream. But anyway, gang, they never got to the Coca-Cola ice chest, unfortunately, but it would not surprise me that when they do eventually get to it this weekend, it's just going to go nuts, just like everything else did. They had a Lehigh Valley milk box, metal milk box. We kind of were going to hang around the $30 range for it. It sold well beyond $50. Also, too, had a Tonka yellow car carrier. Now we'll talk about that for a second. They put two items up at the same time. And of course, you could bid on either, choice. Let me tell you what, gang, that Tonka yellow car carrier. Now, if you remember from the photos, it was kind of worse for wear. Okay. It looks like it was actually played with. So, it wasn't like pristine mint in the box, but one might have thought that the price it commanded, it was. I was thinking to myself, sitting there in the chair at the auction, that the prices just were just absolutely bonkers. That car carrier probably does, in the shape it was in, would probably do about $120, but they blew it almost all the way to 300 and change. I don't remember the exact price, but I was dumbfounded. Also, too, let's see what else we got. The one Coca-Cola sign / banner never went up, so that's probably going up this weekend. We're not going back. We got other stuff we got to do. We got to pay attention to the business a little bit and get some stuff online and get some stuff to the customers. The Anco Blades yellow container. It was yellow and etc. Well, anyway, we were going to go up to about $60 for it, and I think we stayed with it until then, and it sold for $65. Got to hang tight to your principles. Yes, we almost got that, but didn't quite work out. Coca-Cola clock. Wow, did they go through the roof? Non-working. I'm not going to remember the exact price. I just had it in my mind that ones could be purchased that were in far better shape, working at that. This one did not work. It was the square one with the green back, and it just went for screaming money, well beyond retail. I think we had only $75 down as a target price, and without exaggeration, I think it sold for 3 times that. Did not purchase any radio tubes. I did pick up a Motorola, 1959 Motorola SH15N, I believe is the model number. Is it 15 or 12N? Brain will work in a minute. But anyway, nice piece. It works. However, there are a couple of tubes that need to be replaced, and I'm kind of stuck in a quandary whether I want to get into it, have it fully functional, replace the broken tubes, which are very expensive now, or sell it as is. But I don't know. I kind of have questions about which way I want to go with it. But really, tube repair, that's all it needs, and a good cleanup. But anyway, gang, if you want to offer suggestions, fine, great. Hey, throw them down in the comments as far as what we should do. Should we try to get the higher price by giving it a little bit of work and searching out the tubes for it, or let her go as is? I'm usually a let her go as is person, but I kind of really like this piece. Again, it's model number SH. It's either 15 or 12N. 1959. Nice piece. Looks like a piece of big, heavy luggage. But anyway, did get that, and did actually get a good deal on it. And that was probably one of the few. Also had an impulse buy with a box lot of trains. That was rather cheap. That was, I don't know, maybe nobody was looking. Maybe we're caught in a time warp. But it was strange. It was like, all right, there was a big pause in the bidding crowd, and I was shocked that we were even able to get that. And then another Tonka truck, Tonka tow truck. Now again, it was all beat up, HE double hockey sticks. Yes, gang. And I thought $30 would do it because it was just beat. Now, also too, I keep forgetting too, people were purchasing these for parts. But anyway, it commanded well over $60. Mystic Skull game never sold. The Kreskin's ESP game never sold. Tonka blue truck. It was a United States Air Force truck, I believe. It was had a military insignia on it. And wow, I didn't have that budget here because I didn't quite, I knew it was a blue Tonka step-side truck, but other than that, the decals weren't shown in the picture. And actually, this Tonka truck was in very good shape. Wasn't really prepared to go after it. If it was going to go for stupid low money, of course we were going to be there. But it went just completely bonkers. Tonka people were there at this auction. Yes, indeed. The strange toy change or something of that nature, that never sold, unfortunately. And they had a figure eight crash course slot car thing that never sold either, unfortunately. And neither did the Dingling Pyramid. That's right. That was kind of like a Hot Wheels car set. That did not sell. Vintage radios. Couldn't touch one with a stick. The one specific was a 1960s era green Grundig radio. Grundig, that's right, gang. We stayed with it until about $60, and it just was blowing past it. Vintage TV. It actually looked better in the photos. Once it came up for auction, there was 2 knobs missing, plus the cabinet was cracked, unfortunately. Bakelite, it happens. And we were still going to stay with it. It had a screen that small. But anyway, we were going to stay with it up until $50, and it just got carried away. Well over $130, I believe. And yeah, just its prices were just going bonkers. The Coca-Cola Vendo, I believe it was a 27A. Don't quote me because I don't know. Well, it went for roughly $450. And seeing it in person and inspecting it, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I didn't see the full value in it. The only thing that kind of had it going, it did have its insides. However, it was rough. She was rough, but still, I mean, it was probably more purchase on decor. I would hope, because I tell you what, it would have took a good miracle to restore the rest of it. I don't know. The people were out with their money. And the Dorothy Lamour lamp never sold. I call it that, but it didn't have really a name. The Edison standard phonograph. One of them was cabinet only. And believe it or not, and yes, it takes up a lot of room, they were down to $1, and we did not buy it because it would have took up an awful lot of room in the car. Speaking of big things in the car, besides myself. But anyway, the big things in the car, they did have a kitchen cabinet on wheels that nobody wanted. So we did buy that for $1. I bought that for the garage, but we'll see what happens with it. It'd be nice to have a bandsaw on top of it. Also, to the real live Edison standard phonograph working condition, fetched well over $300. They never got around to selling the tabletop Edison phonograph. Large radio. It was a Temple radio, and this sucker was big. Just how big? It was big. It was just as big as one of the Edison phonographs. And it sold actually next to nothing. And if I had the truck or had a vehicle capable, it would have came home because it was gorgeous. There was very little scratching. The knobs were there. The cloth over the speakers were wonderful. It wasn't like they were ripped or shredded or torn. And yeah, gang, I tell you what, there barely any scratches or whatnot. It looked gorgeous. And it went cheap. Why did it go cheap? It went cheap because it takes a lot of space. And it's actually a hard sell of bigger pieces. And speaking of bigger pieces, they had two rider mowers. One was a Craftsman, looked fairly new, and sold for $150. And they had another rider mower. I don't know the brand of it. It may have been a Pull-On. It was the dark green color. It was not the green and yellow like the other folks have. But so it may have been a Pull-On, but I wasn't sure. But anyway, for $150, they both ran. And I believe the Craftsman actually had attachments to go along with it. Bargain, that's right, $150. Oh boy, tell you, need a truck. But anyway, further down our list, 2-tube radio kit. It was new in the box. It was new in the box, but it was assembled. It was a kit after all, and that sold for well over $60. I don't remember exactly how much it sold for because I would have sold it for $60, but it sold for well above that. Robots, none of the robots. My goodness. Let me tell you what, gang. There was Robbie the Robot. If you remember what he looks like, there was a vintage one of him from the 60s, made in Japan, and I don't remember the number he sold at, but it was high. How high? Only a dog could hear it. That high. Seriously, I think it did break $300. They had some other vintage robots from the 60s that did the same. Hey, I bought a robot. I paid $2, but yeah, he was modern and he was cheapo. I kind of got it for the grandkids. It shoots little things out of them. And so, yeah, they'll be able to torment their grandmother with it. But anyway, gang, True Smoke never got auctioned. Again, the tabletop Victrola never got auctioned. Timex personal computer with box never came up for auction. However, an Atari personal computer did. It was the it was the CPU, a printer, and a floppy drive. And that went for crazy money. Just how crazy? It was into the 400s. And I stopped listening to it just because I was dumbfounded. I was thinking $50 would have done it. But goodness gracious, no. Planters peanut jars. Now, gang, if you were watching Thursdays or Fridays, whenever we did the preview, I probably stayed on them for a little bit. Didn't we have an interest? Yes, but oh my goodness. I'm trying to see my notes because I scribbled them out a little bit. I had them both, one valued at about $140 and the other one valued at $180 roughly. They had the decals. They were the circular ones, flat bottom, had the planters embossed on the bottom, had the lids, and they were in great shape. Mint, perhaps. They had the decals on the front. They had they had different variations of decals for those, and both decals were, I won't say perfect, but they were very nice. Where'd they go? Well, I tell you, without exaggeration, they were sold for more than double what retail was for them. I don't know. I just sat in a chair and got sunburned. That's what happened at this auction. But anyway, the last thing I had on my list was antique rotary lineman's phone. That's right, the old phone that the guy would climb up the pole and test a line with. And that never made it to the auction. So again, they announced that they were going to be auctioning off again more of the contents of this house this upcoming Saturday, but we will not be participating. But yeah, gang, that's about it. $42. That's how. Yeah. Is it a win Well, given the stuff that we did purchase, we're still going to be making a profit on almost all of it if I can convince myself to sell the spinny Elvis thingy. But even still, the other stuff, the Motorola, the 1959 Motorola, should bring a quite a handsome price, as well as the box lot of trays. So there's still a profit margin in there. It was still a good day, excluding sunburnage in weird areas. I'm talking about weird areas. So I'm sitting in a chair, okay, wearing shorts. Did not wear a hat. I had a hat with me, but I didn't wear it. Yeah, should have. And I got burned because I was sitting in the chair. If you can imagine the posture where the knees and then legs and knees got sunburned. I don't know. Don't do that anyway. Who would have thought? But anyway, gang, let's cruise on over to Auction Zip. And let's see what we have going on over there. And well, that's just not what I wanted. That's what I want. Let's share a different screen here. And everybody polka. And see what we got here. It's not popping up, unfortunately. That's okay. We'll make it happen. Maybe. And maybe. Search. And I thought I did this already. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. You know, I bet you that's why I didn't. I was seeing some crazy auctions that were like for. All right, this is glutton for punishment. I got to get the polka off. It's driving me nuts. But art's well, get your heart out. But anyway, gang, here we go. We've got some auctions to look at. And I do see a couple that we will be live streaming probably a little bit later on in the week. That should be fun. A lot of Hollywood celebrity stuff. And we kind of always like to tune that in just to go, who's got that kind of money? And but anyway, summer modern and contemporary art is going on right now in Las Vegas. And rock auction. Always see this gal here. COL, Colonel Christy Hatman, auctioneer. Is she a colonel? I don't know. But she's auctioning off pyrite tonight, amethyst, and etc. She is a really prolific auctioneer because she's got auctions all the time. Traditional collector over in Monrovia, California. It's in progress. That doesn't give us too much information. Should we try it? Should we see? Maybe. Let's go ahead and click on it. Now, you guys aren't going to follow me over. Oh, it's live too. Maybe. We'll see here for a second. I'll take a sneak peek. Sure enough, it is live. There's the guy. You know, the guy. And I may bring you over if we don't know what that was. How do I not have this on my screen? I don't even know what this is. How do I get this off my screen? All right, I accidentally right-clicked on something, and yeah, that's all right. We're going to click off of it. Now, see there, that is. Well, that's high bid. Going back over to Auction Zip, I got to click on it again, unfortunately, because don't know exactly what happened. But we're going to stay with it just a little bit and see what is going on over at this auction. And again, this was the one from Moravia, California. And I can actually do a little bit of a preview. He's got some specific stuff coming up, furniture, paintings, more furniture, but it looks to be primo stuff. He does have a nice desk piece, a temple piece coming up. If we get bored, and we'll come back here and watch a little bit of it. got a cash register, music box, piano, and good luck with that. And you see some Tiffany lamps, a lot of Art Deco coming up, tapestries, rugs. He's got a little bit of everything. He's going to be rather some high-end junk there. But we'll come back to it if we don't see anything else that strikes our fancy. So moving on, end of rug, fine art and book set auction, and Mechanicsville, Virginia, the Rug Life Auctions. And I believe they really specialize in rugs. Next up, we have vintage automobilia, artwork, ephemera, vintage jewelry, toys, amber, rare fossils. And again, it's that Colonel Christy Hatman. And that's a live auction. And I wonder when that starts. 4 p.m. Central, which is minutes away, if not. A lot of the automotive stuff at the this past weekend's auction was just going through the roof. All right, she has not very much automotive stuff. It's like she has like 4 or 5 items that are automotive, and then it goes strictly to, more rocks. Classic Chinese ceramics and works of art. And a lot of Chinese stuff lately. Is it trending? Maybe. The Summer Jewelry and Pin Sale by Dallas Auction Gallery. And over here we have Artifact, Fossil, Mineral, Crystal Auction. And other stuff. That's what we see we got going on. So let's tune in over to the folks over at the Traditional Collector by John Moran Auctioneers, and we'll do a little bit of commentary of what is going on with that. So I'll get him pulled up, and we'll listen to him and his style of auctioneering for a little bit.
$850. $850 bid. $850. Would you bid 9? At $850, would you bid 900? At $850, looking for 9. 900. 900. Would you bid 950? At 900, would you bid 950? At $900, 950. 950 now 1,000. At 950, would you bid 1,000? 950. Last call. Sold 950. Up next, 2197 on the faux malachite and porcelain center table. And
we do have to say, this is kind of stresses a little bit of a point. I was having a conversation with somebody a couple of days ago. Venue. Sometimes your venue is can make all the difference in the world. And this venue is extremely high end. Speaking of which, the auction house we were watching at Monmouth Junction probably about a week ago. We're actually going to probably take a few items up to them. They seem to have done very well with mechanical items, i.e. film projectors that work. And we're probably going to take a couple of them to them, as well as maybe a couple of different items I think have a strong decor value, and see how well they do up there. And of course, if we do all that and they do it via the auction zip like they did the other auction, we'll attempt to broadcast down here and see if we actually will be making a profit with those items. So that'll be fun, don't you think? Maybe, possibly, could be. But anyway, and if it's not, you get to see my ire. But anyway, So that's the idea. Monmouth Junction from us. How far is it? Roughly 2 hours. It's in North Jersey. It is northeast of Princeton, I believe. Does that sound right? Maybe. And but we'll kind of check it out. I kind of getting this in my head right about now, because as much as I kind of want to do either or with them in the Emporium, I don't like to have that many of them. I think I currently have 3 film projectors currently. And I don't mind having one for the Emporium, but 3, that's too many. Let's get the cash flow going. And again, I got to make that trip up there. That's a drive 2 hours up and 2 hours back. I got to make that worthwhile. And so I kind of wanted to get the film projectors up there. I forget what else I had in my mind. Maybe one of the radios. And but we shall see. But again, venue. That's right, gang. Now, some of this equipment came from an estate auction, okay? But with a better venue, I am more than sure that they would bring a higher end collector price. That's right, gang. They are that nice and that intact. So venue, they may have only been $1 or $2 at the estate auction, but what exactly will they do at a better venue, especially up by the city? So what is he selling for $4,200? A pair of lilac, I have no idea what that is. Glass swans on mirrored plateau. Somebody wants them, and somebody's willing to pay. Yeah, $4,700 it's at now. I don't know. Fair warning. All right. Well, they're going to sell for $4,750. Can you believe it? Tell you, we're going to have to look these up. These I know actually do quite well. I don't know what this auction is going to be, but again, it's all, I tell you, your venue is important, whether you're buying or selling. And this just, again, this is going to be a good venue for this piece. Right now, it's already up $1,600. And he doesn't sound like he's spending too much time with it. He wants to sell things. Maybe.
Buyer number? 2202 for 1,600.
More swans.
2203. The leak swan heads up glass sculpture. What do we have on that?
You got to take a
700 bid.
That's
700. Would you bid 750? 750 here first. 800, 800, 850, 850. Would you bid 9? 900, 900. Would you bid 950? 950, 950. Now 1,000. At 1,000, Miranda's bidder. 1,000. Would you bid 1,100? At 1,000, would you bid 11? 1,100 here. Now 12. I have 11. 12 with Gene. 12. Would you bid 13? At 12, would you bid 13? At 12, 1,300. In the back at 13. The bid is here at 1,300. Would you bid 14? 1,400. 14. Would you bid 15? At 14, would you bid 15? 1,500. Holding strong. 15, 16 and back in. I have you at 16 on the app. 1,700. 1,700 on the floor. That's $1,700. Looking for 18. 1,800. 18. Would you bid 19? 2,000.
La leak, he says.
2,250. At 2,000, would you bid 2,250? At 2,000, any advance, and fair warning, 2,000, 219. All right. All right, up next, 2204 on the leak, Zilla Panther. On the Panther, what do we have? 425. Now 450. 425, would you bid 450? 450 bid, 450, now 475. At 450, bid 475. At 450, looking for 475. 475, would you bid 500? 500, now 550. At 500, bid 550. At $500, Gene, you still lead. At $500, would you bid 550? Last call. 550 just in time. 6 to you if you wish. 600, would you bid 650? At 600, would you bid 650? At at $600, looking for 650. Any advance? Last call. Sold 600. 609. All right, 2205. And on the addendum here, 2205, we have white scuff to the rear paw, just FYI. And on that condition update, start me out. What do we have? 425, 450 bid, 450, now 475. At 450 bid, 475. At 450, looking for 475. Last call. 475, now 500. 475, 500, 500 bid, 500, now 550. At 500 bid, 550. 500, 550 bid, 550, now 6. At 550, would you bid 6? 600, 600, now 650. At 600, would you bid 650? At $600, last call. And sold Gene 600. 609, got it. 2206, Pierre de Haunt, figures the little Bible, dated 1728, leather-bound book. And on that, what do we have? 200 bid, 200 now 225. At 200 bid 225, 200 bid 225. 225, would you bid 250? At 225, would you bid 250? 225, would you bid 250? Last call. And 225. Raphael Schwartz, 2207. Quails Homes, 1912. And on that, what do we have? 250 bid, 250 now 275. On the Raphael Schwartz at 250, would you bid 275? At 250, looking for 275, last call. And sold 250.
Furniture up
6832 for 250. The Jacobean low table, 2208. And what do we have on that? 200 bid, 200 now 225. On low table at $200, would you bid 225? 200 bid 225, all in. Last call, 225. 225 now 250. 250 bid, 250 now.
By the by, currently I've been seeing a trend with furniture lately. Even at estate sales, and surprisingly, even at this past Saturday's sale, furniture cheap. I tell you, it takes a lot of room. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of muscles, which I don't have anymore. But anyway, furniture has just been selling cheap, even quality, period, pieces, just because it takes so much room to deal with it. And also, too, it also not only does take up a lot of room, you're taking up retail space that you have to try to orchestrate its sale. But I tell you what, gang, and also, too, furniture is really a hard sell piece, in my opinion, only because you've really got to market that crowd for that particular piece. And we were seeing some nice mid-century modern, dare I say it, bedroom sets sell next to nothing, but you had to haul it from a second story of a house. That means down a flight of stairs with heavier than anything stuff. But anyway, gang, even at the auction, not this past weekend, 2 weekends ago, saw some very nice quality, dare I say it again, quality Victorian era pieces being sold for next to nothing. Dare I say it, you probably could have 10 times your money easily. Better than that. 30 times your money. But I tell you what, the pieces there, but again, it's heavy. AWR, hi. But furniture, heavy stuff.
Leads at 600, would you bid 650? All in, 650, apparently not. 650, still going. 650, would you bid 7? 700. 700. 700, would you bid 750? At 700, would you bid 750? At $700, fair warning, last call, sold 700. All right. All right, Charles II on the coffer. And what do we have on that? 350, 350, would you bid 375? At 350, would you bid 375? 350 bid 375. All in at 350, looking for 375. And sold 350. 265.
And I have to tell you what, that last piece, that was a bargain. Even at this venue, furniture seems just not to be drawing the interest that it should. I tell you what auction we did kind of do a little bit with. There was an estate sale that we were watching live on the stream one night from Massachusetts. I can't remember the name of the town in Massachusetts, but I had a lot of colonial era furniture. That was doing, I have to say, that was actually doing better than what I'm seeing here currently. The Jacobean stuff was kind of, that last piece, the Charles II piece, should have commanded a far superior price. But anyway, William and Mary chest of drawers, 16th/18th century. Right now, it's not doing too bad at $550, but still fairly inexpensive, in my opinion. Anyway, let's hear what you said. Well, wait a minute. Hi, Lady Spitfire. Hello, all. It's my B-Day. It's my B-Day. Whoop, whoop. All right. Happy birthday, Lady Spitfire.
700. 700, would you bid 750? 750 bid. 750 looking for 8. Still going. 800. 800, now everybody wants it. 800, would you bid 850? 850 bid Ian. 850, 900 to you, Madison. At 850, would you bid 9? At 850, would you bid 900? At 850, Ian's bid. 850, would you bid 9? Last call. And selling for 850, buyer number 88, 81. Nice piece there. 22.
All right, this painting, portrait of Sir William Worse than what? I don't know. He seems to be just completely disinterested. He's just got the droopy eye thing going on. He is all about the yeah. He's fancy. He's got his little uniform there. I don't know. But yeah, he's just completely disinterested. There's people buying it. There's people bidding on it. 2,000, 2,250, etc. But I don't know. It's kind of creepy. Looks like he should be selling us cars. But anyway, oil on canvas. Signed and titled in another hand on a label affixed on the verso on the back of the frame. But anyway, there's some interest in it. But this guy, I don't know. I do like this piece. 19th century maritime school. Ship Cowper T.S. Stevens, master, entering Hong Kong, February the 24th, 1860. Let's have a listen to see where it goes.
24th, 1860. Stevens mastering, entering Hong Kong harbor with American flagging. And on that, start him out just 5,000 on that. Just 5,000 bid. 5,000, 5,500, 6,000 I have on the floor. 6,000 I have your bid at 6,000, 6,500, 7,000. 7,000, would you bid 75? At 7,000 I have, would you bid 75? 7,000, looking for 75, if no more. Last call. And past 7. It's just later on that one. On the Garin, Eugene Garin, 2214. The C is the title. And start me out on that. What do we have? 1,300. I have 14. 14, would you bid 15? 15, I have your bid at 15. Would you bid 16? At 15, would you bid 16? At 15, looking for 16. Last call and selling at 1,500, if no more. 1,500, bought it. Edwin Swinburne, bought 2215. Edward Swinburne on that, the coastal landscape. And what do we have on that? 750 bid. 750, would you bid 8? At 750, would you bid 8? 750, would you bid 8? At 750, I have, looking for 800. Last call. 750, bought it. DA59. James Pine, 2216.
Could you imagine if you came home one day and told the Mrs. AWR that you just spent $7,000 on a paint? No. Oh, we would. I tell you, the doghouse. You and I both would go. And of course, Sandy would probably get the idea of them selling it. So that's kind of cheating on my end, but on your end, I don't know. Oh yeah. But let's see what else we got coming up here. Oh, we got some more maritime stuff coming up. We get back into furniture, and and back into furniture, we got some timepieces, and we go back into ceramics. We got some statuary, and then it's more of furniture. But anyway, let's see if we take a peek over at high bid and see what we got coming up. Because I do believe I have a okay. I do believe we have some auctions lined up over there to take a look at. Stuff that is less prohibitive. And we'll take just kind of take a gander at what's going on over here. This auction here, this one is in Pennsylvania, I believe. Let's take a look at the top of it. Yes, it's Tom Hall Auctions over in Schnecksville, Pennsylvania. And this goes off at 7 p.m. tonight. And yeah, more planters jars. I tell you what, our planter jars back. I know they disappeared. They kind of fizzled for a while. But let me tell you what, after the stuff we saw this past weekend at the auction, I think they are not only back, but they are bringing back higher prices. And I tell you what, even with the comps that I had for the Planters peanut jar, they just blew those out of the water. But anyway, see what else we got here. Lot 5, tin coffee pot and canister. Lot 6, 5 antique photographs. 10 types. Oh, yeah. And I don't see any soldiers in there. But right now, there's at $17.50 right now. 7 bids with an hour to go. And 10 large, lot 7, 10 large handled tin cookie cutters. That's right. They look kind of Victorian era. Nice decorative piece for your kitchen. Right now, $15 is the current bid. Next to it, lot 8, 1950s Fisher Price stagecoach. And actually, it looks in really good condition. Right now, it's got a bid of $50. And let's see what else we got going on. Rings, gold, already up to $75. 2 10-karat and 14-karat gold rings. And I'm sure if we clicked on it, they give us the weight. Lot 12. Wait a minute. Let's go back to lot 11. What we got going on here? Iroquois beer sign and opener. And that's right now at $45. Let me tell you what, that's a nice decor piece right there with the Native American and etc. And it's a beer sign. So we cover a couple of different areas. And that's kind of neat. But yeah, let's keep going. Lot 12, another Planters peanut counter jar. And that has the embossing. And right now, that's only have a bid of $20, which I'm sure it's got an hour and 42 minutes ago. I'm sure it's going to have quite a few more bids on it. Lot 16, we got more photographs, 10 types, and don't see any soldiers in there. It looks like they're all female. And see, smokers, the lot 14, the 3 Steinbach German smoker figurines. Who would have thunk it? But that's right, gang. They used to be fairly inexpensive, but right now they are commanding a $40 bid so far. And that's actually, I would not be surprised if they go up to be like $70 or $80. Lot 15, Eagle and Fish Weather Vane Topper. That's right, gang. Right now, that's at $45. And again, very nice decor piece. And see what else we got going on. And we got a lantern, lot 19, lot 20, World War II German wound badge. And it's got that thing on it that we can't mention on the YouTube. And also, too, it's got that thing on it, which also, I believe, still prevents you from selling it on the eBay. So, yeah, gang, got to remember, even with certain coinage, if it's got that symbol on it, I don't want to say you're stuck with it. Your avenues of selling it are limited. Lot 21, always hot stuff. Fishing lures, that's right, gang. Jitterbugs. I tell you what, I saw a jitterbug lure collection sell a couple months ago. I can't remember how long ago it had been, but I believe it was a 20-piece jitterbug collection in a frame similar to this, and it just went for crazy, crazy money. How crazy? That crazy. Lot 22, it's another Planet's Peanut Counter jar. That's right, embossed, 5 cents, yeah. And right now, that only has a bid of $17.50. Lot 23, mantle clock. That's right, Antique Sessions mantle clock. And I sold one non-working probably about 5 or 6 years ago for super cheap. And I don't have a regret on it just because they fluctuate. And, but again, venue and your target market area, it's important. Lot 26, antique E&J carriage car lantern. And, we do have to talk about that a little bit. Lot 27, arcade coffee mill and butter pat. Not so much the butter pat, but that coffee mill. There is a high interest in those currently, so it seems. Lot 29. Hey, more photographs. And I don't really see any uniforms. That bottom, nope, that's not a uniform. I was going to say that bottom right, kind of, but no, I see a top hat and, a suited guy. Lot 30, Herb Thomas Art Glass Wall Pocket. And right now that's at $50. And again, something like that, I would actually want to see if there's any cracks and etc. And lot 30, this drives me nuts a little bit. Coming from the metal detecting crowd, we all talk about Kaleido bells and etc. But these have been just commanding prices, which boggles my mind. Lot 32, brass horse collar sleigh bells. That's right, gang. Right now, that's got a current bid of $80, and I'm sure it's going to probably surpass that by double. And again, there is just a big interest for them. Moving on down the line, lot 35, antique skeleton keys on barn board. It's got $15 right now for the high bid, and I'm sure it will do better than that. Vintage brass, lot 36, rubber squeeze bulb horn. Hee-haw. And right now it's at $30. Nice decorative piece. Lot 37, sterling silver spoons and baby cup. And wow, very nice. That's got a current bid of $130. And nice. Lot 40, we'll never buy one. Vintage, heavy brass, school, church, dinner bell. Oh, my goodness, I tell you. Keep that away from the grandkids. And anyway, lot 41, more photographs. Right now, they got a current bid of $10. And antique wood trencher dough bowl, lot 42. Right now, that's at $70. And haven't really been doing too much more work with cast iron. This past auction, this past weekend, didn't have any cast iron now that I think about it. No, it did. It had a newish Dutch oven and another piece, which I can't really recall what that was. But even still, even though it was fairly modern, it still got a pretty decent price, I thought. Cowbell, really. Vintage. 2 vintage cowbells, lot 46. Right now, that's at $40. And takes all kinds. Lot 47, there's a unique piece. It's a drinking horn with belt spike, dated 1879. Who doesn't need a drinking horn? I don't know. But right now, that's at $65. And you could be the only guy or gal on your block that has a drinking horn. Not everybody has a drinking horn. And I tell you what, that it actually looks, it's carved. And I don't know. But what would you drink out of a drinking horn? I don't know. Okay, we'll come back to that. But anyway, lot 48, MSA, military, skull, guard, hard hat. Right now, it's only got a bid of $5, probably because nobody knows what it is. And I wouldn't mind knowing what that is more. MSA. Hard hat. Looks kind of grainy on top, almost wood. I don't know. We're going to take a look into it a little bit. Lot 49, cap pistol. It's a Kilgore Federal. And really, that's kind of inexpensive for that. But right now, it got a price of $7.50. Lot 50, B&A Railroad Ad Lake non-sweating lamp. And notice the lenses are different colors. Lenses on these lamps are important. Right now, that's at $75. B&A Railroad? What is B&A? B&O would be Baltimore and Ohio. What's B&A? B&M would be Boston and Maine. I don't know. We're going to have to look it up. Actually, let's do it quickly online here, just so we can have an idea. And you're actually not seeing what's going on here behind the scenes. B&A Railroad. Hopefully something will pop up. I was close. Boston and Albany. All right, well, that's cool. And hopefully you're back with me. I got another screen that just popped up. Don't these people know I'm streaming? All right, we're good. All right, lot 50, the Boston and Albany Railroad. And I'm more than sure when it gets down to it, that will pop in price as well. Automotive, railroad, it all does it. Lot 51, Zippo, not more Zippo. Yeah, more Zippos. And that has a current bid of $65, which is cheap. Oh, Zippos. I tell you what, there's guys out there that collect nothing but Zippos. And yeah, silver plate flatware in lots 56. Right now is a current bid of $5. Bargain. 1907 Dietz Union driving lamp, lot 58. Right now is commanding a price of $55. Bid. That's the high bid right now. Actually, that's a nice looking piece. And Scary Dolls. Lot 59. Scary. Grace Putnam Buy Low and Musical Dolls. Right now, only a bid of $15. Hopefully Sandy's not watching anymore. Lot 62. Actually, we had a little bit of interest in this, but this is we're not bidding. But lot 62, folk art Indian princess statue. I wonder how big it is. How tall is it? But we're not going to get overly involved in it. What else we got going on here? Lot 65, automotive, Cooper Tires, Zippo, General Tires, and Dodge items. Right now, it's got a current bid of $25. Where would that go? Well, I've seen those tire ashtrays sell for probably about 45, 50 bucks. So you're only north of that. And it's got the Zippo with it. So lot 68, 11 antique tin type photos. And you see any uniforms? No. Maybe? No, I don't think so. And the auctioneer who is got this auction going on, I see with all the knives. It's with knives, it's pickup only. They will not ship it to you. Lot 70. All right, metal detectorists, you recognize that one item there in the lot 70 in the far right corner. That's right. They look like watch winders. They're underneath of the glasses. And nice little lot there. Right now, it's only got a bid of $7.50. And believe it or not, I have seen some of I've seen some of the watch winders sell on eBay for some very nice prices, especially if they have or are associated with any sort of advertising. But anyway, back to this. Telephones. Well, AT phone home. Lot 72. Electric wall telephone. Right now, it's only got a bid of $15. And so I would imagine that's more decor than anything else. But still, I think it's cheap. And it's got 2 hours left to it. More cowbells. Oh. And keep Pyrex kitchen gold. Oh, right now it's only got a bid of $10. And kitchen gold, cast iron and Pyrex. And lot 79, 1950s aluminum trench lighter. Right now it's got a bid of $5. And I'm really not sure where that could go. But anyway, moving on. Lone Ranger. Wait a minute. We got Lone Ranger, Elvis, Coke, pocket knives. I guess he can ship these, maybe. I don't know. I believe that yellow one down there may be the World's Fair Coca-Cola pen knife. And should we click on it? Will I lose you guys? Oh, I can just put my thing over it. No, it's not going to show the other side. But they are highly collectible as well. And again, the neat thing about the Coca-Cola World's Fair pen knife is why it's appealing to two separate collectors. You got the Coca-Cola guy, and you got the guy that collects who is Colexus? Anyway, I had Colexus once on my foot. I used a cream, it went away. Anyway, but yeah, it appeals to people who may collect Coca-Cola items and also World's Fair items, advertising, etc. Some of the World's Fair ticket stubs I see floating around on eBay command a pretty decent price. Stuff to keep an eye out for. Lot 85, Marks, number 5, Army rollover tank. And right now, that's only got a bid of $20. And that should do pretty well. And we see more horns. Are they drinking horns too? No? Okay. What would you drink out of a drinking horn? Lot 90, more Zippos. And put on the brakes. That's right. Lot 90, 3 Camel Zippo lighters. I lost my ability to speak a few minutes ago. Right now, that's got a current bid of $70, and there's still time to go. And why does it look like there's 4 there versus saying that it's 3? I don't know. But what's kind of really neat about that, you're in 2 different areas. There is a field and unique people that like to collect tobacco related items, especially with tobacco having the stigma that it does today. But also too, advertising. There was so much advertising for tobacco products back in the 1950s and 60s. Let's go further back, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. And the unique artistry that was associated with it seems to be the trend. And anyway, Zippo, you got Zippo, you got the advertisement, nice pieces. Right now, $70. So if there is 4 pieces instead of the quoted 3 for lot 90, you would actually have to look at it more carefully just to see if it's a typo or if we have a doubling of picture, which we may have because we have the 2 in the middle there look to be the same. But anyway, still, it's actually a nice little grouping there. Lot 88, cast iron horse sign bell holder. Hang what you want from it, a sign or a bell. And right now, that's a good decor piece. And right now, they have a bid of $40. Nice, nice stuff. I didn't say anything up to the Hubley truck because I don't want to. All right, we will a little bit. Look at it. It's there. I should be, no, but I'm not. But Mack truck, cast iron. You can't beat cast iron. You know why you can't beat cast iron? Because it would hurt. You don't want to beat cast iron. Anyway, $35. I'm sure she will go much, much higher. Tell me to slow up. I will. But anyway, more cowbells, lot 94. That little grouping there has got a bid of $30 so far. Zippo, more Zippo. And is that really what that is unique? Lot 98, copper. That's what makes it unique. Copper, oil can and funnel. Copper, different. And that's got a bid of only $17.50 right now. Neat stuff. And let's go to page number 2 and see, we got more Zippos. No, take that back. Ronson cigarette case and 3 lighters, lot 104. Right now, it's only got a bid of $15. And we got some bottles, vintage bottles, lot 106. And we'll just kind of breeze over here real quick. Just kind of have the little magnifier over there. See if we pick out anything oh so unique. Tuttles, Elixir. And more Elixir. What does that say? China? Shell? Don't quite know. Whiskey! Oh. But anyway, gang, all right, let's keep going. Fisher Price. Got some vintage Fisher Price and miscellaneous toy lot. And horseshoes, brass horseshoes. And Scripto. Oh, boy, lot 112. And see if we got any designs or advertisements going on with it. Reliance. What was Reliance? Was that an appliance manufacturer? I don't know. Oh, we got some sort of triangle in this one. Dice. You've got dice inside your cigarette. I don't know. Got some Cutco cutlery and Bakelite. Oh. I'm actually impressed to seeing some of the prices on a Longaberger here going on, because I tell you what, I've seen some prices recently for China, especially Wedgwood, that was cheap. And people just don't want to deal with it anymore. It breaks. And yeah. Lamps. Redware pottery table lamp, currently going for $45. And Nikon lot 138 right now, it's got a current bid of $110. Cameras, oh boy, there is a field out there for cameras. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's try and get back to the main page, see what else. I know Tom Hall has actually another auction going on tonight. And by the way, this is neat here. This is actually quite neat. Are you guys with me? You are with me. Let's take a look at this. I typically don't feature real estate on the channel as far as auctions, but we are this house because it's unique. It is over on Limeville Road over in Parksburg, Pennsylvania. And by the way, we will kind of give a kudos out there to this auctioneer. I will be attending more of their auctions. It's Klein, Kreider, and Good auctioneers over in the Lancaster area. Top notch, I tell you. Really, really like those folks and how they handle the auction. And am I going to be able to see anything more than let's try? Let's just keep clicking. But this looks like a log cabin type of home. And there you can see it there. It's a beautiful house. Just beautiful. Expensive to maintain. And I believe that is that's not an asphalt shingled roof. Hopefully I have a better picture here coming up. Because oh yeah, this would be very expensive to maintain, and but wow, is it gorgeous! Very period accurate too. I wish I had some shutters to the windows though. Some cedar shutters would be nice around those windows. Not bidding, if Sandy's watching. Could be. Not that I don't want to. I'm not even sure where Parksburg is over in Pennsylvania. Beautiful, beautiful house. When's that's going off this evening? No, maybe tomorrow. Let's just kind of take a peek. Auction info. Yep, tomorrow at 5 p.m. We have a house. We don't need another one. Let's see if we get to take a look. Oh, it's got some buildings outdoor as well. Oh boy. Let's take a look at the interior photos. Open beams. Oh, gorgeous. Plank flooring. Neat stuff. What we got here on the doorknob? Let's take a look at the kitchen. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, got to stop. You got your modern conveniences going on too there. All right, we got to really stop looking at this because, yeah, it just, no, just cannot. And you can go to the potty right next to your wall there. And yeah, you can get splinters as you're reaching. No, okay, never mind. But of course, in a house like this, you must have a quilt. All right, we got to stop. Let's move on. Pocomoke, that's right, online auction. And Pocomoke City, Maryland, which is down on the peninsula there in between the Delaware and, well, actually down that way. It would be in between the Chesapeake Bay and the big ocean on that side, the Atlantic. And but anyway, Pocomoke, we were down there not too long ago. Well, let's actually click onto this because I would be interested in going down into that area. There is supposedly, I haven't been to it, supposedly a giant, big, enormous antique co-op somewhere south of Pocomoke on Route 13. I haven't been there. I think it's actually like on the Maryland, Virginia border. It's supposed to have oodles of antique folk there. And hopefully you guys are following with me. Well, let's take a look, see what we got coming up in Pocomoke. That is fun to say. Oh, cheap. All right, gang. Boy, I tell you what, I cannot take off of work to go pick this stuff up. Lot 543. Lot 543. Sure enough. Pine Adirondack style 2-person lounger. Right now it's only got a bid of $7. And bargain. What else we got going on? Hanging shelves. Oh. Auric vacuum. We saw a Kirby vacuum being sold this past weekend, and I thought was really, really cheap with all the attachments. Never threw a bid at it. Just never would have thought it would have went cheap, especially this past weekend. But let's see what else we got going. Mantle clock. Nice. Seth Thomas. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure it is nice. Right now it's got a current bid of $80. And there's a 4-poster bed. Again, furniture. The size, it's big. Not that heavy. It's only the bed. But pine handcrafted full-size 4-poster bed. And right now currently has no bids. Those are heavy. Oak contemporary roll top desks. Are they heavy? I've moved 2 of those in my lifetime and can't imagine at this age lifting it up. How heavy? They are heavy with a capital H. And yeah, no, just cannot even think about picking those up now. But we're kind of cruising through here a little bit. And saddle seat milking stool. Lot 577. That actually cleaned up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of sanding and scuffing. And it would be actually a kind of a nice decor piece. And right now that's commanding a price of $8. So yeah, why not get a little crafty? And photo album, lot 586, mid to late 19th century photo album. And right now it's got a bid of $9, which I'm sure will probably go a little bit higher. But it wouldn't be nice to see what the innards are looking like. Lot 5, oh, okay, never mind. Lot 594, antique oak, single drawer over 2 doors. And this could be possibly why this is actually commanding this price. Right now it's at $45. A lot of people like to turn these into bathroom sinks. That's right. They kind of do away with that central drawer and will actually carve out the platform for the sink and set the sink in that unit. But I've been seeing more and more of that lately. Besides, if you were to go to Lowe's, Home Depot, and buy yourself a bathroom cabinet anymore, most of them, I would say 95% of them, are the stinking particle board. So they're not going to last. And what's weird is you buying that particle board cabinet for your sink, for the bathroom, where it's constantly exposed to moisture. How does that even make sense? I don't know. Why just make them out of plastic? I don't know. Anyway, all right. Old man rant over. Lot 603, gold. Atlantic High School, 1946, 10-carat gold glass ring. And I'm sure if we click on it, it will give us some weights. More than sure. And more gold. And, got some cameos down there. Lot 608, 3-piece. Pink cameo set to include brooch and 2. But, okay. Actually, that's actually kind of unique. Lot 611. fish-themed dresser box, 12 by 6, pretty decent size box. Would be kind of neat for anybody who's into fishing, etc. And miscellaneous watches, Bulova, 14 karat gold ladies watch, no band. And 5, I'm probably going to say miscellaneous watches. Right now, that's got a bid of $55. And moving right on, a safe. And lot 622, antique oak 2-tier lamp table. These sell well, especially the ones that are bamboo. Keep an eye out for the ones that have the bamboo legs. Furniture. Oh boy. Okay, let's take a look. Lot 633, pine custom crafted setback hutch. And heavy. How heavy? Heavy with the capital H. Yes, indeed. And again, over here on lot 631, there's the coffee mills. How many coffee mills can you possibly own? Can you have a shelf full of coffee mills in your kitchen? Possibly. Pyrex. Right now they're cheap, but they still got a day to go. Lot 636 and 637. 2 different bits of Pyrex kitchen gold. Oh, do we see cast iron? We do. And see what else we got going on. We got some furniture here, which actually has got some bids on it. And but again, oh, nice. Nice. Lot 646, antique oak drop leaf breakfast table and a pair of chairs. And right now it's only got a bid of $12. Nice. Tools. I was talking about a bandsaw today. Lot 651, Craftsman 12-inch belt drive bandsaw dash sander with, and we don't know. Right now it's only got a bid of $6. I need a bandsaw. And a bandsaw and sander combo. I tell you, I should be bidding on it. But anyway, gang. And a scroll saw. Awesomeness. But anyway, gang, this is probably where we are going to wind up today. But anyway, stuff we've got coming up later on this week. We will be tuning in to a auction out in Hollywood, California, and watching some celebrity items being auctioned off and seeing just out of curiosity, what the prices are commanding. And that's always of kind of an interest. Not that we would be experimenting with any of that stuff, but at the same time, it's always kind of neat to watch. So we'll be airing that sometime later on in the week. Also, too, we'll actually be doing a little bit of auction search. Let's see, not this weekend, the following weekend. And see if we have anything in the tri-state area for us to go and take a look at. But in the meantime, gang, don't forget, you've got that empty spot in the corner of the room. It's kind of bare. It needs something to sit there for you to look at and enjoy and holler at the grandkids not to touch it. But anyway, gang, you can find such stuff over on Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's eBay page. Yeah, gang. And also, too, there's bunches of bargains and treasures, and you just never know what may pop up over there. And be sure you favorite that dealer. That way you get a message whenever we post stuff up there. What a horrible idea that was. But anyway, you got that. But also, too, join our Facebook page where not only we're kind of posting different pictures and stuff of what's going on and where we're at and what we're doing, but also, too, different bits and pieces of history, which is always fun. But anyway, gang, until we see you next time, which is probably be later on this week, possibly Thursday, whenever that auction is going to be, but I'll try and throw something up on the Facebook page. Until then, do have a wonderful, great night. Get plenty of sleep, and don't forget to do a little bit of exercise. All right, gang, that's it. That's all. Until then, peace.